Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here. I want to show you something on the old dinosaur right here. I'll give you an introduction to it, where I came about finding this out. It's not hard to find either, and I'll tell you how to find it. Last night I was cleaning up my place. I had laundry to do and stuff like that, and I had Survivor or something, Man or something like that on. And while I was passing by the TV, he was jumping out of a parachute. I always wanted to go parachuting, but I never got around to it. And while he was down there, while he jumped out of the plane, he had the camera pointed down, and he was going to do one of those lake lands, landing in water. Now, while he was going down, I could see the reflection of the clouds up on top. So I didn't think anything of it at the time. So I was just getting everything ready. I turned the TV off. I was about to go to bed. And then it occurred to me, why on Google Earth you can't see any clouds at all whatsoever? Now, you believe that they'd be up in space taking pictures. Well, that's great. So why are we not even seeing any clouds projected on the bottom either? Well, what you see is a completely clear sky, more or less. There might be a couple clouds here and there, but I mean, if you know New York as well as I do, it's pretty much cloudy around here 90% of the time. You get maybe one day out of the week that's completely clear and there's not a cloud in the sky, and they either come in the morning or they come in the afternoon or they come at nighttime. But suspiciously enough, at night, it's very clear here in New York. You can see pretty much every, well, you can't call them stars anymore. We all know what they really are, I guess. I don't know, an amazing light show, shall we say, whatever you want to call it. So I wanted to point that out. I'm going to show you on the computer. I actually found a lake. You got to go on lakes that you would never think they'd be a lake. So you got to search for this. You can't go on the Hudson River. You can't go on the ocean. The ocean's completely saturated. And what they've done is they had a computer programmer come in, obviously, write a program that any type of body of water, don't smudge it out completely, so you can actually still see the boats. I mean, this is a very technical program that they have. It must have taken them hours, days, to pan through, weeks maybe, to pan through the entire satellite picture of the plane, and get every single little lake. But the thing is, with computer programming, it always fucks up somehow or another. There's always a mistake somewhere. It always forgets something, so you got to search for it if you want to find it. And when you do find it, it will scare the hell out of you. Well, it didn't scare the hell out of me because I already knew there are no satellites up there. But they're really going around in a plane, and that's how they're getting their pictures that make it look like it's a satellite, because those planes are 35,000 feet up there. You can see that right on YouTube. You'll be able to find it. So I'm going to show you this right now. I'm going to put this on pause. I'm going to get it set up on my computer. And I'm going to show you one lake that I did find. Now remember, large bodies of water, you can't find it. Even lakes that I go fishing at, I can't find this at all. It's smudged out, and I'll show it to you. You're not going to find it on the Delaware River. You're not going to find it on the Mississippi. I don't know what rivers are in your country. I barely know half of them in this country. So look around for lakes, ponds that are in behind people's houses and stuff like that. Zoom in on it, because Google lets you do that here in the US. I know Google's different. It's called Google Earth. You should know, we've all been using it for over a decade now. If you can download that program, zoom in all the way down to the ponds, and let me show you. Okay, so I can't really look at this because if I reverse the camera, it's going to turn this video off. But I did find one pond here. It's called Huff Pond. And if you zoom in, you could actually see clouds. Now, that would be impossible if we lived on or it would be impossible if we had satellites up in space taking these pictures. Now, you gotta search. You gotta find these little ponds like this. Not all of them are gonna be like that. And I'll tell you, this computer program is very, very good, because look at all the smudging there. There should be a reflection right here of some sort. There's not. All you see are, pixels, basically. But when you zoom in on this house, you see it perfectly. I could even make out that freaking car right there, I believe. I mean, what is that? Is that a Lexus? So zoom in on little ponds that you can find, and you will see it. Let's see if we can see it here. This is the reservoir. Now, reservoirs, you're never going to be able to see it. See how it's just completely pixelated? You know, but yet around the trees and everything like that, it's not. So they have software now that is actually, I wish I looked at this before I was into Flat Earth, but I wouldn't have known. Who would have known to look for this? This one, here it is. All right, you got to hold on a minute. Stand by. So who would have known to look? This one I can't really see that well. It's been smudged out too much. But I mean, I do make out stuff like this. But remember, you know, when you get at a certain angle when you're on a lake, I see it all the time when I'm fishing, the ripples of the waves will reflect the sunlight off there. And that might be what that is. But the other lake that I saw there definitely were clouds. Those do kind of look like clouds, but I think those are ripples from the sunlight. Because if you look at the shadow here, yeah, the shadow is right here. Here we go. Yeah, so the sun is, well, we all know it's not the sun, but the light is at an angle. And this picture is at an angle too. But anyway, that's what I wanted to show you. Take a look for yourself. Maybe if you got a half an hour or so, just go on a Google Earth and find these small ponds, because that computer software isn't going to get every single one. It's going to miss something. Oh, this one looks a lot clearer than the other ones. Let's see if we can... Yeah, this looks like a golf course. Yeah, it's still smudged out. But, you know, what they've done is they've basically smudged everything out here. And you could actually still make out boats on the water. Because if you go on the Hudson River, this looks like something. This looks like a... yeah, I'm not sure what that is. All right, so that was my point. I still have another part of this video I want to do. Hold on, let's stand by here. Okay, so everybody seems to be talking about this eclipse that's coming up in August. I think I might have mentioned it on one of my videos. I don't know. Well, it's not an eclipse. We all know that. You know, it's not what you think it is, or what they're telling you it is. It's very curious. Unfortunately, where I'm located in the country, and I still haven't been able to figure out why they can't figure out exactly the trajectory of this, of the eclipse. You know, I'm looking at it and it says, okay, yeah, 99% sure it's going to come through North Carolina. I think it's the best place to be, you know. How could they not know this? I mean, if we do live on a globe and we've been spinning around this sun for billions of years, we should have at least an accurate conception of where the shadow of this eclipse is going to be. It's been there forever. You should be able to know where it is. We've been studying it for 200 years. So more bullshit in the pot for proof that we live on a plane. So it looks like New York isn't going to be able to see it, unfortunately. I think North Carolina down in that area, maybe Maryland down there, they're going to have the best shot. So you guys down there, if you're listening to me, make sure you try to get some good videotape footage of it if that's possible. I don't know. It's all it is just a reflection, I believe, that could be on the firmament. I'm not sure. A lot of people speculate that it is actually something up there, like a spotlight, you know, or some sort of object, possibly. I mean, it emits heat, you know, but the moon does too. That emits cold. So you've seen that video. I've spoken about that before. So I don't know. Great eclipse, wonderful. You know, the only eclipse I ever remember that we could have seen, I was in 8th grade, and it was cloudy. So I mean, we couldn't even see the freaking thing. Yeah. So there you go. That's the only eclipse I remember coming directly through New York, and that was 8th grade for me, which put us in the early. Anyway, so. Today on the way to work, I also found out that I thought Bill Gates was the richest person in the world. But now it turns out that Amazon is the richest person in the world. And we're talking billions. Billions. That's with a B, not an M. Billions and billions of dollars these people have. Okay? I myself have never shopped on Amazon. I guess I'm the only person in the world who hasn't. Because everybody seems to be shopping at Amazon. Get off your butt. Go down to your local place and buy what you need to get. I mean, yeah, look, I can understand. There's not everything you can get at the stores that are around you. But most of the shit you're buying on Amazon, you can go right down the street. You know, stay away from these. You know, go to the mom and pop stores. Keep these mom and pop stores in business. They're going to lose their business because of these businesses. They're going to take over, guys. I don't know how much more I can spell this out to you. They are going to take over the world. Google, Amazon, Facebook, all of these places are going to be running. They're going to be telling you what to do. They already are. You know, they already are. It's amazing. They're already telling you what to shop for when they put that little ad that pops up when you're on the website, and you see it. It's right there. They already know what you like because it's recording everything that you're buying. Everything is being stolen from you in terms of privacy. You know, I don't know. You pay for everything on a credit card when you go through Amazon. So there you go. Now the bank knows what you're buying. I mean, I don't know how much more I have to tell people to stop doing this. All right. Look, I think I've said what I had to say.